Hey, it's Jessie from Peach Manifesto, and today we are swatching the chromes that I got in my last AliExpress haul. So these were 12 chromes in a little kit. It was super affordable. I believe I got this on 11/11 or Black Friday, one of those two big sales from AliExpress. Now, I wasn't sure if these would chrome or not, and they do. They definitely do. A lot of them do look pretty similar. I mean, there is a lot of like pinks and purples, just kind of varying shades of pinks and purples. And I will show you how they look over black because that is what most chromes look like best over black. Later on, I do try it over white, just a little kind of sample test, and I will show you what these look like in a tacky layer as well. So right now we're kind of just going through, like, there was the first two purples and there is 12, so there is a lot of swatching going on. So I hope you bear with me through that. I do show some close-ups at the end too of everything, just because it depends on the light. Sometimes you can see them really good with a different angle. Like my overhead light and stuff kind of made a lot of these look a lot darker than they actually are. But once I got like a little bit closer and kind of did a little bit more of a close-up, you can see them a little bit better. But I think for the most part, I don't know if I would use these much as a chrome. I think I would probably mostly use them as a pigment. They're a very beautiful pearl pigment, but they do chrome nice. And what I did is I did 15 seconds in my Sun UV5 lamps. Those are the lamps that I really like to use, and they have been working really well for me. And when I kind of played around with the times, 15 seconds seemed to be the best time. And I am using Accent's Shine On, which is a no wipe top coat or a tack free top coat. So if you see, I have two bottles there. One is what I put on the swatch stick, and the second one is what I put on top. The one that I put on top is the one that I don't mind if it gets like a little bit of glitter or anything, and it's kind of my like, for a lack of better word, contaminated jar of top gloss. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and I just have my big fluffy brush that I kind of dusted off with before I go in. And if you did keep track, I missed filming the first green one, which is really unfortunate because it is probably one of my more favorite ones. It's kind of like an olive green chrome, which I think is super unique. The lighter green chrome actually looks a bit more like a goldish color in real life, so it's really cool that the darker green is more of like an olive green. But we are near the end here, and as you can see, a lot of them are pretty purpley or kind of more on the silver edge. Like the lighter purple and then the lighter blues all kind of look just like varying degrees of silverish, I guess. But they all do look really pretty, and coming up right away, I am going to show you how they are on like a tacky surface, which, like I said, is what I'd most likely use them for. They are very pretty chromes, but I think for the most part I would probably just use them on like a tacky surface or with acrylic. I think that would be really good as well. And I'm just kind of doing like a little dab of each one on this little swatch stick here, and then I go in and top coat, and you can really see how, like, even before I've top coated, how like alive it looks. I know with the chromes they looked okay, and then when you top coated them you can see them a little bit better. That tends to be the way it goes with chromes. You're like, oh, it looks really good, and then you top coat it and you're like, damn, it looks good. But with these ones, on the tacky surface, they pretty much looked exactly how they were going to look. The top coat just helped bring out a little bit more of that pearl essence to them, I guess you could say, and I had a little bit more room than I thought. So I could have actually made these a little bit bigger, but I actually did keep this on my swatch ring just so it's kind of like a little bit of a record for me. And then I just go and give it a quick little dust and then a nice top coat. And as you can see, they're really, really pigmented. And like I said, this is probably how I will use them most likely. Like I said, in the tacky or with like acrylic, I think it would be really, really nice. They are just more like a pigment powder than they are, like, I mean, they chrome, but they are, I would say, best used as a pigment powder. So this is me trying to chrome them over white. Again, I did the 15 seconds in the Sun UV 5 LED light, and I'm kind of going in and buffing it in little lines because I knew it wasn't gonna work super well over white, just like instinct, experience, whatever. But I went in and did as many as I could kind of fit on there and gave them a good little buff. And you'll see, like, you can sort of see the pigment a little bit, but it almost looks like watercolory, I guess, which I think could be kind of cool in its own way. But as you can see, it's very faint, almost like a little blushy makeup. But yeah, like you can see some of the color, but it's not like a really nice chrome over white. I find a lot of these colored ones do not look good over white. They have to be like a really, really good quality to even show up over white, or they need like 2 coats. That just tends to be how it is. And then this is just over a tacky layer of a white, and like it just looks awesome. It looks really, really good. So as I expected that it would. But I find the chromes that look good over white are like those white powder chromes that kind of change color once they're on a different color. Those kind of iridescent ones, those tend to be the best chromes over white anyway. So I kind of had that idea that it wouldn't be as nice. But as you can see, this is really, really pretty. I love the way that it turns out over tacky. And here is some close-ups of everything all together. Like you can see, it's a little bit more pigmented. There's that cool olive green that I missed filming. But like I said, a lot of kind of purpley tones and kind of like off silver tones. Like, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Bye bye.